We're talking to Jose Antonio Vargas here on Kababayan Today. We are in San Francisco. And before we went to break, I asked Jose, why was it important for you to tell this story?
When I got to America, not too far from here, when I arrived in California, and when I was 12, this was in 1993. Before I knew what a Republican or a Democrat was or what American politics was about, I got to know America through television and film. America to me was Roseanne and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and America to me was Mike Nichols' Working Girl. That was one of the first films I ever saw. I just fell in love with that film and the way they shot the Statue of Liberty. Before I actually became a writer, what I wanted to do was direct theater and direct films. That was my first love. And then when I found out that I was undocumented, I realized that my name had to be on a piece of paper to prove that I was here. So that's why I became a writer, just so my name could be on a little piece of paper. So in some ways, I'm going back to what I've always wanted to do. And for me, immigration is so politicized that it's important to do something that is outside of that political prism, right?
Okay.
You're watching a film, right? It's
entertainment.
It's entertainment. It's a communal experience. Look, people like me are supposed to be arrested, detained, and deported. I just directed and produced the film. The film to me in many ways is an act of civil disobedience, an artistic act of civil disobedience, to say that I'm here. And to prove to you that I'm here, I actually made a film just to show you.
Yeah.
Right?
I think as a Filipino American who's doing this film, you watch this film and in my opinion, it's film for social change.
Well, thank you for that. That was the goal.
Yes, and you don't watch a lot of films made by Filipinos.
No, you don't.
That are films for social change.
Pero that's why I felt very compelled to direct the film myself. I got approached by many documentary filmmakers, most of whom were white, who wanted to help and tell the story. I'm like, wait, I can direct my own story. And they're like, no, you can't direct your own film about your own life. I'm like, wait, why not?
Why not? Who says you can't?
Who would know my life more than I do?
Right.
Right? But this is where it's really important to have a team of people.
Right.
Right? Like my director of photography, Calisa de los Reyes, a Filipino filmmaker, New York University, very good. I mean, she has a really high BS detector, and so she was able to really, my editor, Sabrina Schmidt-Gordon, a black woman actually, a family from Haiti. Like, she was such a partner in making sure that the film is not self-indulgent.
Right.
That the film actually tells an organic story. So I was really lucky that I was able to have a team of people
right.
To work with me.
Yeah. Kasi ang alam naman natin, sa pelikula, kailangan natin, a film doesn't get made by one person.
No.
Right?
No, it's a collaboration.
It takes a collaborative effort to create a work of art.
And it's a lot of money. It's a lot of, and that was the other challenge. Like if I had waited for foundations to give me grants to make the film, which is how most documentaries work, it would have taken 7 to 10 years. And I didn't have that kind of time. I wanted to do a film that would be timely and timeless at the same time, but
right.
I wanted a film that could really impact how people think of the issue, which is in the news every day. So I got a couple of venture capitalist friends here in Silicon Valley who gave money to the film, but I actually ended up funding half of the film myself, which was really challenging. But this is why, my production company is actually named in the honor of my family.
It's, and what is it called?
Apo Anak Productions. So Apo is grandchild and Anak is child, son. So I named that in honor of my, honor of the people that raised me. And I intend to do more films and hopefully more Filipino-oriented films.
Okay, so for people that have not been able to read Jose's writing, in 2011, he wrote a very compelling article that outed him as undocumented here in America. How has your life changed since then?
I think the very publicness of it, and Frank, I'm a pretty thoughtful person. Like I knew what I was getting myself into, but I even underestimated what being a public person means and the kind of responsibility that entails, right? So that's probably been the hardest shift. You know, I remember when I got arrested in Texas in July, you know, it might have been a slow news day because I guess it was all over the news. 1,000 people get deported from America every day, right? People are arrested and detained and deported every day, and they're not breaking news. And then some guy gets arrested in the airport, and it's breaking news. So just the responsibility of that and the privilege of that in a way.
But Jose,
it's been hard. That's been probably the hardest part.
Jose, you weren't deported that day.
No, I wasn't. And
Okay.
why? Why not? So I remember actually, I prepared my entire family, including my Lola, who's like the most nervous person in my family. When this happened 3 years ago, I sat them all down and said, okay, I might get arrested, I might get deported. This is where the money is, just in case people may need money. I have to save money. This is where the money is. I'm gonna prepare for anything.
Right.
What I did not prepare for was silence from the government. What I did not prepare for was for people not to say, okay, go after him.
Right.
Because of that, I felt even more emboldened to actually
speak
there's
up.
a scene in the film where I actually call ICE immigration officials myself and say, hi, I'm Jose Vargas. I haven't heard from you.
Yeah,
Are you
what's
gonna
going
deport
on?
me? Why not?
Right. We're talking to Jose Vargas because he is shaping history for Filipinos.
Oh.
No, you are. You are.
I don't
And
know
that's
about
why
that.
it's so important that we're talking to you because viewers that don't know your story need to know your story. So pagbalik natin, kausap pa rin natin si Jose Antonio Vargas here on Kababayan Today.